going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review. And today we're taking a look at the DC Mcfarlane Multiverse. We have the gold label version of the Bank Robber Joker. We have Bane as well as Sonar Vision Joker. I don't know if these were technically San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. I don't think they were, but I know they are available at the convention. I was able to grab this from Mcfarlane Toy Store. It was $90 for these ships, so it wasn't awful. I'll be honest with you, I really did not want the Sonar version of the Joker. I didn't want it for my collection, but they bundled these three together, so they were $30 each, which wasn't awful. Again, we have seen different variations of the Joker, so the Heath Ledger Joker came out in the regular standard version, which is very similar to this. This is just him in that translucent kind of plastic. This is the first time we're seeing him as the Bank Robber Joker from the beginning of the Dark Knight film itself. And we did have the Build-A-Figure Bane that came with the Dark Knight figures that included Two-Face, Scarecrow, the Joker, and the Christian Bale Batman. But this one does have the beautiful trench coat that he did wear in the movie. I want to guess and say that it's probably the same figure, just kind of plussed up with the jacket, but I do have that figure in my collection. We will definitely go through some comparisons, but these all look great in the box. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I really want to keep the Sonar Joker, but I will pop him out for this review purpose and just kind of see what he's all about. I mean, how many Heath Ledger Jokers do you need? Obviously, one of the best performances ever on screen, so maybe when I'm done with this review, that may sway my opinion, but you can see the boxes all have the gold label collection little stamp right there. Additionally, you get the Dark Knight logo with the nameplates here on the bottom. Flipping over to the side, you will see the nameplates for each three. And let's flip all the way over to the other side. You got the bigger nameplates, the Joker, Bank Robber, Bane with a trench coat, and the Joker Sonar Vision. On the back, you get these beautiful images. I really do like this. This looks pretty awesome. Again, the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises, one of my favorite Batman films of all time. Definitely iconic performances by Tom Hardy and Heath Ledger. But anyways, enough chatting. Let's get them out of the box and see what they're all about. All right, so here we have the Sonar Vision Joker. And I'm going to be completely transparent, honest with you guys. I don't think I'm keeping this for my collection, but I did kind of want to give you guys a close-up look in box. You know, again, you had to order this as a bundle, so I really had no choice in getting it. I don't really know if I want this many Heath Ledgers for my collection, so I'm probably going to use them for a trade or maybe just try to flip them on some secondary market. But here's a close-up image of the Sonar Vision Joker here. You can see how he looks underneath, kind of like a translucent plastic. You will see he does have that card on the side. Let's see if we can get somewhat of an image for you guys. The card looks pretty badass. If you guys can't see, it is kind of like a smiling or a kind of scary looking face of Heath Ledger. It does come with a stand, no additional accessories, but like I said, I can't collect them all, and I was forced to order this as a bundle, but I did want to give you kind of a close-up image of this figure in the box before we move on with the rest of the review. All right, so here we have the Bank Robber Joker out of his packaging. So he does come with a few different interchangeable hands, not a ton of accessories. You do get this kind of like trigger hand, as well as a fisted hand on as the other interchangeable hand. You will see he does have two kind of open hands that come on the figure. Unfortunately, he does not come with any weapons or any guns. I believe Mcfarlane cannot put weapons with their figures, part of their agreement with DC. So hopefully we can get like a weapons pack to kind of complete this look. I would have preferred him to come with like a sack of money or a duffel bag or something. It looks a little light as far as the accessories go. You also do get a Joker Heath Ledger head here that you can swap on with the masked version of the Bank Robber Joker here. So if you guys want to see these different comparison looks, both head skins look pretty nice here. You will see a little bit of that kind of like face paint like wearing off. This head scan is pretty awesome, very spot on. One of the best, I'm sure, made of the Heath Ledger version. We have gotten different, you know, kind of versions of this Joker from, you know, more premium lines like Mafex, SH Figure Arts, even NECA tackled it. But this head scan does look great. Very similar to what we received with the original release. And again, if you guys want to see the Bank Robber head here, he's got the mask on. You can see the hair sculpted on under here. This looks really nice. He does come with this kind of suit here. This is one piece, kind of like a rubber material. Kind of what we've seen similar with the Mcfarlane line before. And again, he's got the kind of pinstripes that go down the pants that match the jacket, as well as the kind of brown shoes. Take a look again at the back of this figure. Looks really nice. I feel like it is a little empty without any weapons, I will say that, but the head actually popped off pretty easily. Let's pop on this alternate head, if you guys want to see what that looked like. But again, 2 different versions to go with your Joker head. They give you these interchangeable hands, especially a trigger hand. It's such a tease, but you know, hopefully we do get some weapons that will work. And I almost forgot to mention, this Joker actually does come with your traditional Mcfarlane trading card. You got the Joker bank robber with the mask on the front. On the back, you will have the little read up here. You guys want to pause that. And then you also get your traditional black display stand. For your Joker comparison, so we have a few different Mcfarlane Joker figures here. On the left, we have the Joker from the 3 Joker series. You're pretty much perfect, typical comic Joker. Absolutely love it. One of my favorites in the collection. That head scan is spot on. Next up, we have the original release Heath Ledger here. You will see that head scan look to be identical on face value for the most part. Both look really great. And the very right is the NECA version of the Heath Ledger Joker. This was my favorite in my collection for the longest. Came with all the weapons, all the goodies. But I really do like this Mcfarlane version a lot better, to be honest. And if you guys wanted to bring in the other head, just to kind of see how it looks like versus the other Joker scans, there it is right there. I figured I'd throw it on the figure body too, just to give you some more comparison looks. Also, we have the bank robber Joker next to the Dark Knight Christian Bale Batman. And also just swapping the head to give you another look of comparisons with this Heath Ledger Joker next to Batman. Next up, we are taking a look at Bane. I'll be honest, this is the main reason I purchased this bundle. The bank robber Joker was cool. I don't know if I necessarily was that excited for it. But the Bane with the trench coat, I felt like absolutely needed it. Again, the Build-A-Figure was okay. I wasn't really blown away by it. But this, I feel like the trench coat will take it to another level. And getting it out of the box, I will say, he did not come with a card or a display stand. That is a little unfortunate. There's actually, if you guys can see, I do have the carding still in there. No card included. I was like, really? This was like supposed to be a gold label premium figure, and you guys didn't include the basics, but luckily I do have some extra stands because this guy is a little hefty. He does have some weight to it. This jacket does feel nice and quality. To be honest, this feels like a real leather jacket. The stitching is so nice on it. Just really feels premium, to be honest. And on the inside, it's just so soft. Kind of like what you expect when looking on that coat that Bane wore on screen. You can see all the sculpting underneath. We'll obviously remove the jacket, but I do want to give you a better look at it. This is really nice. Absolutely love the feel of it, right? As far as posability, it doesn't feel too thick. You can still get him in some poses. Personally, I'm always a little wary on this kind of stuff because I don't want the material to stretch, especially around the sleeves here. I feel like some jackets have the tendency to rip, but this, again, it feels very premium, very quality. And Bremen, real quick, you can see the head scan. Again, I think this is identical. We will do some comparisons with the Build-A-Figure, but it looks really nice. Let's come back. We're going to get this jacket off and see how everything looks on underneath. And the jacket did come off fairly easy. Just remove the hands and kind of slide it off. You guys want to get a quick look at this jacket off of the figure. Again, looks really nice. It does have some nice thickness to it. I really like how this came out. But moving on to Bane here, we're going to bring him in a little closer. You can see the head scan and all the detailing on his green vest here, all the buckles and all the patterns. Looks really nice. Again, the arms, I feel like could be a little more definition to them. I'm not crazy about the pinned arms as far as any figures. I kind of wish that we would all go pinless. Hopefully that is the way of the future. I will say the Build-A-Figure Bane did look to be a little pale, and I feel like it kind of follows suit here with this figure. I don't think it's painted any differently, to be honest. Moving on to his pants, you will see, again, it looks to be identical. I will say I don't think the original Build-A-Figure has these gloss boot finishes. That looks really nice. And I know if you guys did have that Build-A-Figure Bane, there was an issue with that arm where I believe the peg was inverted. It looks to be corrected here. It looks to be on the right side. I don't know if you guys had that issue where there was, you know, a lot of people were snapping the hand peg. That doesn't seem to be the case here. Be honest, I'm not really going to play with this figure too much anyway, but just kind of give you a quick look at the back of it. Really like the sculpting on the mask as well as the vest on the back. Everything you'd expect from your Dark Knight Rises Bane. Really like how this figure came out. So here we have both Bane figures from Mcfarlane. On the left here is the gold label version, and on the right, this is the Build-A-Figure. I will say that the arms look exactly the same, but I will say mine around like the shoulder joint is kind of not painted the greatest. I don't know if it's just mine, but the paint applications look to be a little better. The vest is a different shade. It is more of a greener kind of color versus a dark green that comes on the Build-A-Figure. Even the mask, some different paint applications. Again, this is the gold label here. Looks to be a little different, a little more premium, to be honest. The pants look to be identical. I will say the coloring on the Build-A-Figure for the knee pads looks to be a little more prevalent. And the boots, you can see the gloss finish on the gold label just look nicer. Trying to see if there's anything I noticed. It's the same skull for the most part. It's the same parts. I will say that the Build-A-Figure did come with these interchangeable hands, which I will probably swap on this Bane just to kind of complete it. I wish we would have got a little more. Like, we didn't even get a card or a stand. We literally got this figure and the jacket. But, you know, for a $30 figure, it is a little more of a price point than what Mcfarlane usually pushes for a single release carding. So I wish we could have got some interchangeable hands or something else. And just a few more figures for some comparisons with Bane. So just kind of see how he stacks up as far as scaling. So on the left, again, we have the Heath Ledger Dark Knight Joker. On the left, you can see that Bane is slightly taller. And on the right, we have the Dark Knight Christian Bale Batman. And just for fun, I wanted to bring in my Nightfall Batman. I'm really digging this figure. Just came in from Amazon not too long ago. I missed out on the exclusive version. I actually did like that one a tad better with the nice shading. But if you want to see how that figure stacks up next to Bane, here it is. And before we wrap this video with some final thoughts, if you guys haven't already, please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button down below. If you guys are enjoying this review, don't forget to turn on those notification bells to stay tuned to the newest action figure reviews here on my channel. As far as these three figures go from Mcfarlane Toy Store, I really do dig them. I apologize again for not opening the Sonar Vision Joker. Just not my cup of tea. And like I said, I was kind of forced to order because they were only selling these in a bundle. So again, I apologize for not doing a full review, but I hope I kind of gave you a little bit of a more up-close look of the figure if you guys are curious about it. The bank robber Joker, I really do like. I absolutely love the head scans. I love the attire. It looks great. I just feel like he's lacking a little extra something in the accessory. I would have liked a gun. Maybe a duffel bag full of cash would have really put it over the top if you ask me. I'm definitely going to display him with the actual mask versus the Joker head. That was kind of a throw-in that I feel like maybe you didn't really need. Bane, absolutely love it. The figure looks great. I did swap on the hands from the Build-A-Figure to kind of give him that open hand pose. Just looks so nice. Really dig the jacket. I feel like this is a step above the Build-A-Figure, so I do recommend this figure for your collection as well. Unfortunately, these, I believe, are sold out on Mcfarlane Toy Store. I don't know if they're going to pop up anywhere else, but I would recommend getting Bane if you can get your hands on him. It is a very fun figure. Same with the Bank Robber Joker. I'm going to see if I could track down some weapons to kind of complete this figure because they do give you the trigger finger hands to kind of plus it up. Again, with Bane, I would have preferred maybe just some interchangeable hands or at least, you know, a black display stand. That was kind of cheap on Mcfarlane's part to not include it. But again, really digging these figures. They are very fun. They're going to display well on your shelf. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at AlexWestCollects, and I will catch you all on the next one.